Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So, astrology speaking, the moon has just moved into Aquarius and Venus is moving into Aquarius tonight, or I think early this morning, which means we're starting to finally break up some of this Capricorn energy. Now, Capricorn is great. I always tell people, if you're going to have a child, you would want that child to be Capricorn because they play by the rules, they're high achievers, they tend to stay out of trouble. Not all the time. This is very general stuff when you're generalizing. It's like every other generalization. It's not going to fit every person, but for the most part. Like if you're going to compare children, the Capricorn child would be a much easier child than, say, a Sagittarius or an Aquarian. Now, we're starting to break up some of that energy. Now, Capricorn, it's great, it's successful, it's a high achiever, but it can also be a little bit stuck. It can be like, I'm going to, and then you're like, okay, but when? But you've been telling me for 4 years that you're going to, but when? So sometimes, oh, well, I need more education, or I need this, or I need more experience. No, you have enough. Now it's time to do it. So if you have too much Capricorn in you, you can be a victim like that, like thinking that you're not prepared enough, you need more. That's not necessarily true, but we get very set in our ways, and sometimes it's hard for us to continue on. So with that being said, now that some of the planets are starting to move in Aquarius, we're going to start to get some more of the Aquarian energy, which is more of like the rebel. Like, don't tell me I can't do it. You tell me I can't do it, well, now I'm going to show you that I can. That kind of attitude, which, if this is your child, it might be difficult, but you as an adult, you may have the ambition, the independence, and the know-how to just do it. It's kind of like those things, like, they always tell you that you need experience, and then all of a sudden you go for the job and you have all this experience and they hire somebody who has none because they either like that person better, or for whatever reason that person was more confident and they just kind of slipped right into the position, and you're like, but wait a minute, I have all of this experience. So now that things are starting to move into Aquarius, the end of the week, by like Saturday or Sunday, I believe the sun will be leaving Capricorn for Aquarius, which means now we're all going to have a little bit more of an independent attitude and not so much solemn and somber. It's going to be a little bit more unique, a little bit more creative. Aquarians are very creative people, and they love animals. Now, I have a very good friend of mine who's an Aquarius, and she doesn't love animals. Like, there are just some friends, there are just some Aquarians that it just doesn't fit. But she's very independent. She's very unique. She's very creative. She marches to her own drum, and she takes care of her own business. So there are a lot of Aquarian traits. Now, I remember Paris Hilton, who her birthday is February 17th, and one of my very good friends, that's her birthday. And I saw an interview with Paris or I read it in a magazine, but she said something like, well, when people give you advice, you just agree with them and tell them that, yeah, that's what you're going to do, and then you just do what you want anyway. And that is like such an Aquarian thing. Like, I just remember thinking, total Aquarian. And she loves animals. If you don't know anything about Paris Hilton, you at least know she loves animals. She's got, I don't know how many dogs, and they have their own dog houses that are more beautiful than my own home. Good for those dogs. Yeah, so like the Aquarius, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that, and then they do it their own way. Typical Aquarius fashion. The Aquarian will tell you, we're gonna go out tomorrow night. We're going out tomorrow night. We're going out tomorrow night. We're going out tomorrow night. And then tomorrow night comes, and they're like, I'm gonna stay and watch a movie. It's very Aquarian. Or you have no idea that they're coming over, and all of a sudden they're at your front door, and they're like, we're going out tonight, man. And you're like, what? And they're like, come on, let's get it together. We're going to the city. And you're like, I'm not even showered. Oh, that's all right, don't worry about it. Like, that's how Aquarians are. They're a whole lot of fun. But you always can't like rely on them to be reliable. But if they're an Aquarian that's born on the cusp of Capricorn, and they may have a lot of Capricorn planets, they may be more reliable. It doesn't hold true for everyone, but I always think Aquarian, think Punky Brewster. And if you don't know who she is, Google it. Like, just off the beaten track. You know who else would be a great example of an Aquarian? Would be Phoebe from Friends. Who else? Anybody like that, that's kind of like marches to their own drum, or they kind of do their own thing. They have their own ideas about things. That's very Aquarian. And they're ruled by Uranus, which is the planet of electricity, shocks. You can't always rely on what Uranus is going to bring you. Sometimes it can bring you the best things, and sometimes you can think things are running smoothly, and then all of a sudden it comes in and it screws everything up. They break the status quo, they break barriers, and Uranus also rules the railroad. So here we go. We're moving into Aquarius, and we are moving out of Capricorn. Things are going to start to pick up speed. All right, guys, if you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, don't forget to like and subscribe and share us with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon.